But I mean, when I don't want to bore the listeners from a technical perspective, I'm trying to be very, relatable. So let's say, we want to sell recycled plastics. How can we sell it if we don't work with the collection company? We don't work with the transportation company. Who's going to transport it? Who's going to verify it? So the laboratories, the inspectors, who's going to make sure that these were ethically sourced? So the source of the material. How does it look? How much does it weigh? Is it really what it is? I mean, tomorrow when you order, let's say, a black t-shirt online, and then you end up receiving a gray one, you're not going to be happy. So it's the same with the buyers in this industry. If they order a certain specific and type of material of recycled plastics, this is because they have certain machineries that can absorb a specific grade. And so you don't want to cheat the buyer. This is why today there are trust issues, let's say.
Yeah.
There's trust issues because the seller is not being transparent to the buyer. And then the buyer is worried about his money because it's not like the recycled materials come cheap.
True.
And it's really critical for people, especially in the East and in Southeast Asia and Middle East and, the area that we live in, to know that we will be the game. So we are the critical population that's going to change and help drive circularity and circular economies, because we are the highest generators of waste due to the population size that we hold in our regions. And so with the studies that we've done in Rebound, most of the waste will be generated in our countries, and our infrastructure is developing or reaching a specific stage where the end markets can still remain the West, but also develop end markets here. And so we make sure that whether it's plastic, paper, textile, you name it, will re-enter a value chain that is monetized. But this cannot happen if we as consumers and individuals do not drive it. It's such a simple, commitment and ask from people. Set aside a maximum of around $50 a month, maximum, to work with companies that ensure that your waste gets picked up, it is separated, it is recycled, and they tell you where it goes. Do not dump it in these general garbage cans.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm against those. I'm against it.
Even when I travel, I try as much as I can to not generate waste. I try to eat in with the restaurant cutleries and plates rather than take takeouts, because I don't know where will this waste end up. Yeah. And here in the UAE, my car is pretty much suited to continuously carry the bottles or the cups or the takeaway elements. And I keep it so that when I go home, I have, I'm subscribed with Ree, and Ree comes and picks up the material that I've generated as waste, but then they generate it as a valuable resource to recyclers.
Yeah.